Am I the asshole for refusing my boss to propose his girlfriend at my wedding? I, 24 male, am getting married in 2 weeks. I have invited my boss to my wedding. Yesterday he asked me if I can tell my wife, 25 female, to give her bouquet to his GF, who is one of the bridesmaids, rather than throw it in air and he'll propose then. The thing is I can adjust with this, but a few years ago, my fiance looked at one of these types of videos on FB and said this is bad. People shouldn't even ask the bride help doing this and put her in dilemma. We were friends back then, so I said no to my boss without asking her. He got really angry and said I didn't even ask my wife to be, and I'm bending in front of her even before marriage. What will happen when I'll get married, etc. He said he would get the perfect scenery for the proposal and all. Am I the asshole for ruining this for my boss? We are getting married at a very beautiful place owned by her aunt, so it could make nice memories for him. Edit 1. Wifey is very kind and goes out of her way to help people. I'm afraid if I tell her she'll say yes for her friend against her own wishes. I wanna give her the wedding she deserves. That's why I didn't go to her with this. Edit 2. Wife to be is the major breadwinner. She's very intelligent and highly respected. I'm the dumb one. She will ask me to leave the job if my boss pressurizes me, but I don't want to sit on my ass whole day while she works. I wanna get a new job after we settle down a bit. I wanna give her the world. Edit 3. I'm overwhelmed by the kindness you guys have shown and the time you have taken to make sure my wedding goes smoothly. This is what I'm going to do. 1. Tell fiance. 2. Start looking for a new job. I'll update you on what happens. Now let's move on to the comments. Not the asshole at your wedding. Everything should be for you and your wife, not for your boss. Hope your wedding went great. Exactly. Also you don't want a guy like this proposing at your wedding. From the way he's talking about you prioritizing your wife, his marriage won't last anyways. Focus on your own happy memories. And congrats. Right? Christ, if you can't love on your spouse on your wedding day, what is even the point? Also I don't understand why people want to propose in front of other people's loved ones. Why does the boss want to propose in front of op/fiance's friends and family? Shouldn't he want to propose in front of his and his girlfriend's loved ones? I have always found that odd. In my opinion, marriage proposals should be private, not events for public consumption. First, it's an intimate moment focused on couplehood between two people. Second, there's no guarantee the proposal would/should be accepted. Why put social pressure on the question or answer? I'll get the perfect scenery. I would say yes, if he's willing to pay for half the reception costs. Not the asshole. He just wants a beautiful proposal for free, aside from the price of the ring, I guess. Exactly. People who want to propose at someone else's meticulously planned/expensive event are a special kind of entitled and lazy. Exactly lol. Why spend time and effort into planning a proposal that will be significant and memorable for both people when you can hijack someone else's party? I'd like to see the divorce rates of these kind of couples, because there's no way they last long with one side caring this little. Obviously with exception to those proposals where the couple is close to the married couple and that's the significance and etc. Yes. Piggybacking on someone else's event for the proposal is a really bad sign. Onto the update to see how this situation was resolved. Update. Am I the asshole for refusing my boss to propose his girlfriend on my wedding? Hey guys, I wanted to thank you for all the advice you gave. So I decided to tell my wife about it. We were taking some me time apart before wedding, so I went over for dinner and explained her everything. She was happy because I remembered something she said years ago, but said we should not feel hesitant to tell each other anything. Now that we are getting married, I have promised her to be more open about everything from now onwards. The boss was invited, but I had warned him not to do anything. He didn't propose, and my groomsmen were on asshole duty. I have since left the job for good. We had a very beautiful wedding. I'm here controlling myself from sharing every single detail, because I feel you all have become my friends. We sang our favorite songs, cried at the first look. I love being a husband. I love when she comes home to me. I love our little family, us and our cats. Our honeymoon had to be postponed, but we are going after a couple of days. After that I'm going to start a new job. Wish me luck. It seems as though this situation had the best case resolution. Good luck to OP and his new wife. Now on to the next story. Am I the asshole for telling my friend off for yelling at his brother? Me, 21 female, and my friend, 22 male, have been friends for close to 8 years. My friend lost his dad 2 years ago, 2020, and I don't wanna talk bad about the dead, but to put it lightly, he was a turd stain on humanity, and for the longest time my friend didn't like him that much. His dad and his mom divorced when he was 3, and he lived with his mom for the last 4 years. She got remarried, gave birth to his little brother shortly after. He always talked about how much he can't wait for his little brother to grow up so he can be the best big brother. His brother is 12, so me and my friend were hanging out at his place and his brother came, asked us to watch a movie with him, and I said yes. My friend however looked to have a sour expression on his face. He pulled me aside and talked to me saying he doesn't wanna hang out with his little brother. I asked him why. Did you guys had a fight or something? He said he doesn't want to be around him at the moment because he has been annoying him a lot lately. I tried to make him elaborate on it to get the full picture, but again he dismissed me and just said to tell him no. I obviously wasn't gonna do that as I also wanted to watch a movie. So we watched a movie. After the movie ended, which he was just huffing it, buffing throughout, and being downright mean every time his brother talked. I was talking to his little brother and asked him how school's going and everything, and he was really excited talking to me about his swimming team and everything, how he got motivated to get involved with the swimming team after I told him how me and his brother were in the swimming team together. Then his brother literally exploded, start yelling at him that he doesn't want him to hang out with us anymore and for him to have friends of his own age. His brother was shocked and just immediately started apologizing and ran with teary eyes. This is where I might be the asshole. I yelled at him asking him what the fuck was that, if they had a fight, that he needs to be an adult and talk to him, not blow up on his face and throw a fit. He started saying that it's his brother, he can do whatever he wants and it's not none of my business. I told him it's my business when he dragged me into the saying that we don't give two shits about him. I called his mom and told her everything and waited until she came, then I left. My friend texted later on telling me that I'm an asshole for what I did and that I didn't just do as he's asked, and me telling his mom was a dick move. I haven't responded to him. I don't even know what am I gonna do when I see him because I'm still mad. So am I the asshole? Onto the comments to see what the Reddit community thought about this situation. First we have this interaction between a commenter and OP. I'm really on that everyone sucks high RN haha. Okay, so I have a sister and we used to fight a lot. Now a little less but still do. So I actually think you're the asshole, not for telling your friend off, but for inviting his brother to hang out with you over his head. I know back when I didn't get along with my sister I would have been furious. Your friend is the asshole because he treated his brother unfairly, of course. Brother, I don't know, he's 12 and was probably just excited, so he's not an asshole in my opinion. I agree, but the thing is I just at the moment didn't understand why he was so adamant about not wanting to hang out with him, especially that he always wanted to hang out with him. But I'm feeling really guilty about that and also about telling his mom because I wanted her to come back home to stay with her son as she wanted us to babysit, and I knew he was still angry, so I didn't want to put him in a situation where he would yell at his brother again. Then I guess the best course of action is to apologize for deciding things over your friend's head and see if you can mend things. I did not take from your original post that he usually likes hanging out with his brother, so that's new info. All in all, it's not a terrible thing, you know. I feel like Reddit judges things so harshly, and even with tone indicators things can also sound meaner than they're meant. You all might have not been the best versions of yourselves, but this can be fixed. I do agree, I feel really bad about yelling at him like that, especially that we have always dealt with our problems in a calm and collective way throughout our 8 years of friendship, so it made me feel bad that I got caught up in the heat and yelled at him like that. I'm planning on apologizing to him about this, and I really want to know what possessed him into yelling like that, because it's really not in his character. No assholes here. This isn't super abnormal. Help him figure out why he's so upset. It's likely something to do with the life he wants versus the life he has. It could also be wrapped up in grief or abandonment issues. Get him therapy. Eventually he'll apologize, and they'll be fine. And OP replied to this, I thought that, but he really never liked his dad, and he has been good with his brother for the most part. One didn't put it in the for the character limit, but it was just really out of character for him. Also his little brother is of the spectrum, and he gets overwhelmed easily, especially with loud noises, and I can sympathize with that considering I'm the same. But really I don't even know what to do. Not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole. I don't care who it is. If someone starts bullying someone, especially someone with special needs as you mention in another comment, in front of you and telling them that you hate them too, then it's time to speak up loudly. Telling friends' mom seems over the top until you consider that the bullied kid's mom should know about it so she can help him regardless of whether the bully is also her kid. And OP replied to this, that's what I thought at first, but now I'm reconsidering it. I feel like I shouldn't have called her when she was out and just waited until she came back home. But I really just didn't want to be around my friend at the time, and him being on the spectrum is what threw me off the rails. Because I have a little brother who is on spectrum as well. And even if I had the worst day I would never yell at him like that. So it was a little bit personal as well. It seems like OP was able to give more information in the comments, and the Reddit community gave her some great advice. Let's move on to the updates to see if she worked things out with her friend. Update: am I the asshole for telling my friend off? Hi there. I came back with an update as I have spoken to my friend a couple of days ago regarding the whole situation. A quick recap. Me and my friend of 8 years were hanging out at his house. His little brother came along and wanted to hang out with us as per usual. He was off as soon as he saw him. He yelled at him for seemingly no reason. I got mad, got his mother to come home as she was relying on us for babysitting. She came back, then I left. He was mad about me telling his mom. So after I left the situation, so it would cool off on both sides, I spoke to him. I texted him to meet up at our favorite diner as I wanted him to be in an open space, so if he got irritated by anything he can leave. I started off by apologizing for the way I went off on him and for telling his mom. I elaborated that I told his mom because I did not want to stay there until his mom came back, and I didn't want to get into another fight with him again as we're still caught up in the heat and his brother was still shaking up at the whole situation, and I knew he was still mad, so I didn't want leave and him getting mad again and then getting in a fight with no one there to break it off. After I said that, he immediately started apologizing profusely, saying that he was irritated that day, he can't believe he did that, his brother, that he feels like the worst person ever, that he doesn't even know what came over him as he never did this before. I asked him generally what was wrong with him that day, because he was on edge from the start of the day, but as soon as he got a glimpse of his brother he went off. I didn't mention this in my original post, but he loves his brother so much, he always talks about him. He always gets him his favorite stuff. His mom even said that he spoils him too much. So yeah, very out of character for him. So apparently, he was pretty fidgety that day and on edge because he wanted to tell me something. Apparently he was nervous to tell me. You may think you know where this is going, but I would like to elaborate. This man was on the edge to tell me, a very much hypersexual pansexual self-proclaimed big dick daddy. He is bisexual. And he was nervous to tell me because he thought I wouldn't accept him. Anyways, let's not get into that because it was a whole bag of worms. But yeah, we are okay. We talked about it in long details and I told him there is nothing to worry about and we hugged. But yeah, that's it. He apologized to his brother a lot and we're all good now. But thank you for anybody who pointed out that I shouldn't have told his mom like that and it was not my place. Thank you guys. That's it for today. Thank you for joining us. What were your thoughts on today's stories? Be sure to leave them in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps this channel grow.